Good evening, viewers, and welcome to another episode of Hotspot. Thanks for joining us. I'm Skola Sengi, standing in for Mike Koime, who will be accompanying our Under-20 women's soccer team to Auckland, New Zealand for the Under-20 Women's World Cup qualifiers. We wish her and our young ladies all the best, and I'm sure she'll be updating us on the women's matches. Buckle up and sit tight. We've got a hot spotting lineup tonight, and I hope you'll enjoy the show. Let's take a look at what we have coming up tonight. Kicking off the show, we take a look at the ITI Corporate Cricket, which kicked off its fourth week of competition last weekend. A first for cricket in Port Moresby and the corporate entities that the competition attracted. Then we take a look at an interview with Pacific Union in-country manager Frank Ganya and the Pacific Union coordinator Sailosi Druma about the status of the Pacific Union program and its development around the country. So without further ado, corporate indoor cricket entered its fourth week of competition last weekend at the Amini Park in Port Moresby. The ITI-sponsored competition in its first year has attracted a lot of interest from private companies, but were only given spots in the competition on a first-come, first-served basis. The competition also coincides with the Port Moresby Cricket Association competition. For most of us who couldn't resist the excitement of hitting a six over the fence or taking someone out on the full, homemade stumps, a carved-out bat from a piece of timber, and a tennis ball wrapped up in tape is good enough to attract a crowd for backyard cricket. Indoor cricket, as the name suggests, is played indoors on a futsal pitch. We caught up with ITI Corporate Cricket Competition Organizer and Vice President of Port Moresby Cricket Association, Dean Ani.
The comp's actually in its fourth week now. We've got the men's competition, the mix, and basically it's a corporate competition put together for the corporate companies, the employees and the spouses and the family actually to come together and come and enjoy a game of indoor cricket, which is different from the outdoor playing in the field. This is actually playing in the indoor nets. The competition is sponsored by ITI, the International Training Institute. And we are thankful to our sponsor for sponsoring the indoor cricket comp, which is the corporate comp. So we've got two competitions running at the same time, the corporate comp and the Port Moresby cricket season teams competition as well, which is on Sundays at every 4. We've got about 11 mixed teams and 14 men's teams running on Saturdays and Sundays. So Saturday it starts at 2 o'clock with the mix and finish it off with the men's comp at 4 o'clock. So that's for the corporate. Then Sunday we have the men starting off at 12 o'clock, followed by the mix at 2, and then we got the season, the pond cricket comp, which has 6 teams in it. They go for start at 4 o'clock. That's every Sundays. So basically in the four weeks now, we're looking at the mixed teams competition running until end of March, together with the men's as well. So hopefully we should have the finals at the end of March. Then we start off with the T20 for the pond cricket in April. Unfortunately, we would have liked to have this running a long time ago, but because of facilities, we're thankful to Cricket PNG, who've put together this multi-indoor facility together, which houses playing indoor soccer has been playing here, indoor hockey, and there's a first properly run indoor cricket competition now. I think previous years used to be played elsewhere, I think at Holiday Inn or something, but this is the first ever properly run competition using the international indoor cricket rules. The association has got our own playing rules put together for the competition, basically for the corporate comp, and we've got a very good support from all the corporate bodies. We'd like to accommodate plenty of teams which we had to cut down, first come, first served. So we've got about 18 to 19 corporate companies that come together, fielded in the mix and the men's competition. So we can see here that since 3 weeks ago it's been full on after the rains have gone away. So we're having the comp full on now with everyone coming by, and good to see everyone in the uniforms and the corporate attire, and it's good marketing also for the companies, and also part of social gathering for the families and the employees, spouses coming together, and part of networking together with the other corporate companies. So basically everyone coming in having fun. It's pretty good out here, and we're getting a lot of good support from everyone who have come up.
The competition consists of 14 men's teams and 11 mixed teams and is expected to end next month. The concept of bringing employers to strengthen networks, the competition allows for spouses and families to socialize. I'm sure with the cricket season at its peak, most of you have been playing a lot of backyard cricket and have taken out a few wickets. If you have nothing to do this weekend and like to catch some cricket action, head on down to a mini park in Port Moresby after 2 p.m. on Saturdays and Sundays. We'll now go for our first break for tonight, and when we return, for you rugby fans, we take a look at an interview with the Pacific in Union program. Welcome back to the show. We were lucky enough to drop by at the PNG Football Rugby Union headquarters in Port Moresby and caught up with Frank Ganya, Pacific in Union in-country manager and coordinator Sailosi Druma. The rugby development program has been successful in Port Moresby and has sparked an interest among school-aged children and young girls. Rugby union as a football code has come a long way in its development. For the first time last year, we saw a school rugby competition that kicked off in Port Moresby. Our female rugby union team, the Palais, have climbed up rankings swiftly and is hopeful in the National Provincial Championships come March. Pacific in Union in-country manager Frank Ganya on the Pacific in Union program.
Okay, the Pacific in Union program is a curriculum-based program. It's AusAid funded, given to the ARU, the Australian Rugby Union has been given the responsibility of implementing this throughout Papua New Guinea, with obviously the support of PNG RFU. Port Moresby successfully piloted this program last year. PNG RFU are now looking to expand this PRU program throughout regional Papua New Guinea. We made our first visit just the end of January to East New Britain, Rabaul. 8 schools were organised to begin this program up there, and they'll be starting the program in the next few weeks. And basically what the program is about is, as I said before, it's a curriculum-based program. It's done within class time, and it teaches our kids values such as discipline, respect, and healthy living, amongst others. The best part about this program is, as I said, it's done during class time, and we not only that, we get to teach our kids how to play footy, pass the ball, make a tackle, that sort of thing. But yeah, that's pretty much what the program's all about in a nutshell.
How many schools that we have right here?
As I said, Moresby last year was successful with the program. They had 8 schools, if I recall. Participate in that program. In Rabaul, we've got 8 schools, as I mentioned. Goroka, we've got 4 proposed schools. Booker's already underway as well, with I think 8 as well. And Lay.
Pacific in Union coordinator Sailosi Druma on the status of rugby union's development in the country.
This year, it'll be the first time that the Women's Sevens Championship will be held in Moresby on the 1st and 2nd of March. That's because of the interest from the schools that are taking part in the PRU program already. This year we'll have Port Moresby taking part, the under 15 and under 19. And so as the Autonomous Region of Bougainville, they'll be sending the under 15 and under 19. That will be included in the open women category. From that tournament, we will select the national team that will be taking part in the Hong Kong Sevens at the end of March. So, we're already seeing the benefit of having this PRU program. A lot of children are taking part in the code, and there are a lot of interest from the other provincial unions that are also interested to take up the PRU program. As Frank mentioned earlier on, we're rolling out the PRU program in Rabaul. We start off in Rabaul LRG first before we move on to Kokopo. So that's something we look forward to at the end of this month.
The program proved successful in Port Moresby and has attracted interest from Rabaul, Buka, Goroka and Lay. PNG RFU delivered rugby balls, training bibs, cones, whistles and medical kits, as well as classroom materials and training manuals for students and teachers to conduct lessons and practice sessions to 8 nominated schools in Rabaul, East New Britain this week. The PIU program promotes gender equity and values such as respect, discipline and integrity. Thus their theme of Play Rugby, Live Healthy. glad to have you back. The annual SP Sports Awards was launched today by the Minister for Sports, Honorable Justin Chichenko, and General Manager for SP Brewery, Stan Joyce, at the Brook Kettle in Port Moresby today. Also at the launching was 2013 Sportsman of the Year, Asad Vala.
We are here at the launch of the 2014 SP Sports Awards, PNG's premier awards night. It recognizes the achievements and efforts of all sportsmen, women and administrators here in the country.
Attended by members of the PNG Sports Federation as well as the Pacific Games Committee, the launch kick-started nominations for the 2014 awards, which will be held on the 31st of March. Key sponsors of the awards were also present, including management from MTV. Stan Joyce, Managing Director of SP Brewery, was grateful that SP had been sponsoring the event, now in its 22nd year.
This actually kicks off the 22nd SP Sports Award. 22 years consecutively, without fail, we've come together every year to recognise our elite athletes. I think we can put our hands together and congratulate ourselves. I think the continuity of these sports awards is due to the partnerships that we've had, the sporting associations, and in particular with our friends from the media, and it's wonderful to see you all here in full force this afternoon. Thank you very much for being here, and thank you for your coverage. It's one of the things we've been able to do is actually include an award in this for media coverage, because without the media, sports just is not the same. People rely on you to get the information across. They rely on you to interpret a lot of things that are happening. And I think that the skill base that we apply to doing that in Papua New Guinea is growing, and it's a skill base that we would encourage to continue to grow. Thank you very much. We at the moment, just a little bit off track here, but I think it's appropriate that we acknowledge the fantastic result of our SP Hunters team in Brisbane last weekend. That's a fantastic team. The team they beat was the runner-up in the Cup last year, and I was even more impressed to see that, you know, we played overseas and we won. That's always good to be able to account for. But secondly, during the game we were tested. We were behind there for a while. We were in front, we went behind, and we came back. And what I'm pleased to see and recognise that the tenacity that's been missing, that will to win at all times, is there, and it's a fantastic opportunity. I will confirm the rumour that I bought a place in Redcliffe, which is close to one of the ovals where they'll be playing down there. But we also, of course, have houses all over Papua New Guinea, in Kokopo in particular, so I look forward to everyone supporting that endeavour. Thank you very much. Had to have a plug for that. 22 years of the Sports Award. This year we'll be allocating 43,000 kina to the various prize groupings for people. That's important that we recognise our elite athletes.
Sport Minister Justin Chichenko was also on hand and emphasised the importance of the awards in recognising the contributions of hard-working individuals in sport.
Thank you, and it's a pleasure to be here once again to officially launch off the SP Sports Awards for the 22nd time. So it's a great legacy that SP and everybody's doing to recognise our sporting talents and abilities and champions of Papua New Guinea. And this couldn't happen, of course, without SP Brewery and their sponsorship and all the other people that come on board and sponsor the SP Sports Awards. So let's give a big round of applause to all the sponsors, and especially Stan Joyce, who always stands up as the champion when it comes to helping sport. With the SP Hunters, we're looking forward to many, many more wins, and I'll be travelling down to Redcliffe to see the first actual game for point scoring. So I hope we don't give it the jinx, but we'll be there to barrack them all on and have a look at some other things with the Lord Mayor of the sunny coast, Gold Coast.
Asad Vala, member of PNG's Valiant Barramundis, had a quieter speech, but still reiterated its importance, as well as his appreciation at being recognised as being 2013's winner.
The SP Sports Awards a special event for those involved in the sport. I'm sure I speak for my fellow athletes and the other members of the sporting community when I say that SP Sports Awards are truly appreciated. And so I would like to encourage everyone out there to nominate now. Nominate the sporting personalities who think deserve to win the 14 awards or find these SP awards.
A total of 14 categories have nominations, including the Community Sports Initiative Award, Technical Official of the Year, and of course, the Sportsman, Woman, and Team of the Year.
It's gonna be a busy weekend for everyone. That's all we got for Hotspot tonight. Remember to tune in to Sports Scene on Monday for more sporting action and results over the weekend. Telecom NSL kicks off round 2 in Port Moresby. We see the Eastern Stars FC take on ORFC, and in the main game, Hekari meet the new boys Admiralty FC. And in Ley, Vesta FC, coming off their first bye of the season, takes on Ley FC at the St. Ignatius Kilagi Stadium, while big winners Gigira Laitapo Morabe are on a bye. Capital Rugby Union in Port Moresby enters its third week of competition at the Monia Rugby Park on Saturday. Last weekend we saw the SLS Cowboys go down fighting in the Cup finals against the boys from Arama Coast. This week we see them take on last year's premiers Harlequins and Connie Sharks. Port Moresby men's and women's softball will commence another week at the Diamonds. The under-16s will also kick off their competition this weekend. At the Rita Flynn Courts on Sunday, we see the ladies in red Flame take on the stationary specialist Theodist in Division 1, and Daytech go up against minor premiers Proclean in the Premier Division. With a week off, the Borroka Off-Season League will see the 8 teams vying for a spot in the finals on Sunday at the Unagi Oval. A big shout out to the young Pukpuks and Palais in Plaspradas who received their footy equipment this week. I'm sure you're all excited to get on the pitch and put your footy skills to test. You can check us out and like our page on Facebook. Until next Thursday night, I'll see you right here on Hotspot.